Hey guys, Angus here. Got another Airsoft video for you guys today. Today's video is yet another episode of Airsoft Quick Tips. Today we're going to be taking a look at a skill that's fairly obvious, but nonetheless very important to master. And that skill is shooting around the corners of structures or cover in the airsoft field. This is very important because if you don't master this, you're going to be getting hit a lot more times than you need to be. It's very important to learn this technique because, again, not going to get hit as much, and also it's very practical with this because, frankly, it's also going to conserve your energy a little bit as well. Alright, now the actual technique for doing this is very, very simple. Of course, I always try and put my own little twist on things just to help you guys in the field a little bit more. Personally, I call this type of corner shooting here crunch shooting because in the field, I'm known to crunch myself. Very small, kind of helps them rather thin behind even the smallest bits of cover, very tiny trees. And the way I do that, and the way you should go about shooting around these corners as well, is crunch yourself rather tightly. Your arms clung close to your body. It's not going to help if you're chicken winging out like this when you go ahead and try to shoot around that corner. So the first step is go ahead, make sure you're tightly up close to yourself like so, and then it'll be a lot easier to stick your slender figure around the corner to fire. Whereas opposed to this, where you're not so slender, sticking out quite a bit, and it's kind of going to be very easy for that opponent, send a BB down range, nail you in the elbow, nail you in the shoulder, etc. You're going to get hit if you're presenting this large of a target when trying to shoot around a corner. The slender approach here is much easier when you're crunched up, and that way a lot more difficult for them to sink that shot in. Now, talking about conserving energy here, notice when I'm like this, carefully shooting around the corner, look at how simple it is. Say somebody starts to fire to slip back into cover. I can simply go like this and I'll be back inside behind this piece of board here and I won't be able to get hit. As opposed to being like this, shooting around the corner, where I have to jerk all the way back in to safety. I'm expending some energy, maybe not much, but the point is I'm expending more energy than I have to. Therefore, I'm using up some fuel I could need later on in the game. So not only is this practical for not getting hit, it also does save me a couple breaths for later in the game. And this technique will really work in any position, whether you're prone, you're crouching, you're standing up. It'll help if you really go and get crunched up like I recommend, so that way you can shoot around the corners a lot easier. It might seem like a really no-brainer skill, but you'd be amazed if you watch yourself how many times you'd catch yourself in a game shooting around a corner like this. It might not seem like a big deal, but trust me, when the game's on the line, you get hit because of that, it really is a big deal. It's something you need to master if you want to be a great airsofter out in the field, especially if you're going to be playing CQB. That's something you should really master right away. So don't knock this technique, it's a rather simple one. I really would recommend you try it, and hey, let me know how it works out for you on the field. So with that being said, guys, this has just been another episode of Deathcore Airsoft's Quick Tips, this one covering corner shooting. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe.